Coming up next on Softball 360, presented by ASA USA Softball. Team USA ladies head to Tokyo for a series with the Japan All-Stars. 3 games that may be a preview of the 2020 Olympics. It's round 3 on the ASA Power Tour, and the world's greatest home run hitters take on the trop, home of the Tampa Bay Rays. When you host the largest softball tournament in the country, what do you do for an encore? How about sending all the proceeds to local charity? That's exactly what happens each year at Mcquads. Those stories and Jennie Finch shares some softball secrets. Get ready, Softball 360 starts right now.
Greetings everyone, and welcome to Softball 360 presented by ASA. We're here to see the best of the best compete on the center stage. Greetings everyone, and welcome to Softball 360, the best place for softball fans. I'm Jennie Finch, and we're getting ready for a big-time road trip as our Team USA ladies head overseas to Japan. Let's get ready for some tough international competition.
Who play for?
USA!
Showtime, Team USA versus the Japan All-Stars.
And we're going to be playing Japan for the next 3 games and just get to experience the culture here and what it's about. And you know, I'm sure we're going to get some fans out here and just enjoy some softball.
The site of the softball showdown, the Tokyo Dome. Team USA stretches out and preps after a rigorous 13-hour plane ride. This matchup is seen by many as a preview of the 2020 Olympics. All indications are that softball will return for the 2020 games, and they will be staged right here in Tokyo.
It's a big deal. You want to, grow the game as much as you can, no matter what country it's in, because the Olympics in 2020 that's what we're all working for. That's the common goal between every single country.
First assignment for Team USA: meet the international media.
We look forward to the games and hopefully growing the sport by great competition and great play with these next couple games against Japan. So we hope to have a lot of viewers and really expand the sport of softball.
I think if we stay together as a team and be the family that we are, I think we'll be successful.
Softball is extremely popular in Japan, and the Team USA ladies are treated like rock stars.
It's crazy. We had people outside the hotel asking for autographs and having our pictures already printed and said, sign, please, and getting pictures. And it's amazing how nice and how warm all of these Japanese people are and how great they love their sports.
Tokyo is the largest city in the world with close to 35 million residents in a metro area that seems endless. Many of the Team USA ladies got a chance to take a break and experience the unique Japanese culture. Amid the hustle and bustle, they also discovered the quaint solitude that is part of the Japanese way of life. But there was no quiet time at the Tokyo Dome. It's an historic venue that's hosted soccer, NFL games, the Rolling Stones, and today, it's stage 1 of Team USA versus the Japan All-Stars.
Give them that eagle, baby!
They work really hard, harder than most people that I've ever used to. They practice 8 hours a day, and they just try to perfect their craft at anything that they're doing, and you can tell that they're perfectionists.
One of the largest crowds ever to witness a softball game has packed the Tokyo Dome, a record turnout of 31,448. The opponent is a very formidable Team Japan. They bring plenty of experience, discipline, and speed. Jessica Moore was on the mound for the Stars and Stripes. Time to rock and fire. Some great D by Valerie Ariotto. And hard running and hustle by Jennie Takeda as Team USA shakes off some jet lag and starts scoring some runs. This is softball at the highest level, and it's a game of inches, even half inches. How close? Let's slow down this play at the plate. Japan takes the lead in the series, but the real winner today, softball fans all over the world, as a great show may have set the stage for the 2020 Olympics. When Softball 360 returns, Team USA continues its series with the Japan All-Stars. And we're heading to the other Dakota, the one north of South, for the world's largest softball tourney. It's simply known as Mcquads. And when the long-haul Bombers are in town, crowds gather, including these Houston Astros. Who better to learn the art of the long ball from? Round 4 of the ASA Stadium Power Tour from Tampa after a brief timeout.
Softball 360, presented by ASA USA Softball, is brought to you by DeMarini, Easton Sports, Mikan, ASA USA Softball, and by Dudley, the official softball of the Stadium Power Tour.
Being known as the world's largest will get you plenty of attention. And that's exactly our next story. The world's largest softball tourney. So big, so massive, it simply goes by one word: Mcquads.
When you host the world's largest softball tournament, going big is the only way to properly kick it off. Welcome to the wonderful world of Mcquads, a softball tourney like no other. This is the largest gathering of softball teams in the world. Hi, camera!
You have to see this event to believe it. If you've never been here, it is truly the Woodstock of softball.
For close to 4 decades, softballers have been making the trek to North Dakota. Big crowds are the logical follow-up as thousands flock to Bismarck, making Mcquads a softball happening.
You know, we have a lot of teams here that plan their summer vacation around the Mcquaid tournament. There's a lot of reasons why teams come here. There's great competition here that comes, and people that win this tournament say, we would rather win the Mcquaid tournament than even our own state tournament.
Mcquads is well organized with fantastic fields and facilities that attract great competition. But it gets better. All this is done for charity. The tournament is run by volunteers, and all proceeds go right back to the local community.
They're not playing for money. They're here for a good cause. They're here for a good time, and they're here for the camaraderie.
In the 4 decades that make up Mcquaid memories, some things never change. Huge crowds with their ever-present coolers and great plays. This is big-time softball, folks. The fans are what make Mcquads and contribute to the Mardi Gras meets Woodstock atmosphere.
The largest of large.
Place is unbelievable. Best tournament of the year.
It's just busy, 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 and there is so much going on.
Not only is it an exchange of talent and sportsmanship, but it's also an exchange of culture and friendship, and everybody just kind of gets together for this entire weekend.
But the best part of Mcquads is that it's staged 100% for charity. Each year they find new ways to raise money. Now, we've seen all kinds of dunk tanks, but at Mcquads, you can dunk an ump. The umpires at Mcquads volunteer their services and could use some thrifty lodging. A solution was created at the Wolf Den.
Yeah, we have several umpires that come in from all over, not only over North Dakota, but around the country. And these guys are paying their own way to get here. So the one thing we don't want to do is add additional expenses for them. So we've invited them to our home, and we have about 25 umpires from around the country and North Dakota staying at our house.
Attorney Chairman Mike Wolf transformed his Bismarck home and neighborhood into a collection of RVs, campers, and bunk beds with free lodging for the umps. Affectionately known as the Wolf Den, the free lodging also comes with plenty of camaraderie.
Hear a lot of different stories of what's happened on the field, and it's a great learning experience in some aspects because people talk about plays that have happened in their games, and you get some pretty interesting discussions going on because what you may think is black and white and softball in the softball game isn't always that way. And
Meanwhile, back at Clem Kelly, one of the best teams in the nation takes to the field. The U.S. Air Force team is playing for pride and beyond.
I know why they call it the Woodstock of softball, just by all the coolers and the folks laying around. So it's a tremendous honor to be here, and we're having a blast. It's the largest softball party I've ever been to.
As the sun sets and the games end for the night, the next inning is just getting started at the Wolf Den. The umps gather for a late night snack and to talk about what else? Softball. Still ahead, Ali Carta for Team USA is simply getting the job done on the mound. We'll head back to Tokyo as Team USA continues to battle the Japan All-Stars.
Dateline Tokyo. And that's where we pick up the action, where Team USA ladies provide proof of the international appeal of women's softball. Now let's head over for more competition.
Time for stages 2 and 3. Team USA versus the Japan All-Stars.
Thank you.
And the teams head north. Welcome to Sendai City, one of the largest towns in this region of Japan. It also has a dome, albeit a tad cozier than the Tokyo Dome. You won't find hot dogs at the snack bar. Bring your chopsticks and dig in.
Round 2. Rematch. We're ready to take it. We took the home run derby, and now we're ready to take this game. So let's see what we got.
I think they're ready.
As Team USA arrives, they're greeted by softball fans, and even a few Americans have made the trek.
We are huge softball fans and are so excited that we get to see you guys play in Japan. They better win.
We're going to win, hands down.
Before the games, the pace is set. Time for an old-fashioned home run derby. Slugging the long balls is a universally loved experience. On the mound, Ali Carta is simply getting the job done. The California gal from UCLA has the technique and is on fire.
You know, I mean, we're just really hopeful. I don't know if it's pressure as much as we're really pulling. We're doing everything we can for the sport and for USA.
A new cheer has developed on Team USA. It's called the Eagle, and the Eagle comes in a few different variations, all based on the level of play and performance.
It was a good thing, but it was something small. I'm going to give you that little. But if you deserve a big one, I'm going to give you that big one.
In stage 3, the hard-charging style from Team USA rises up. And the big bat, Valerie Arioto, seals the game. Team USA wins 5-3, and in the process, wins a lot of hearts in the Japanese softball community.
This was a great experience. The fans and the atmosphere was like nothing else. And again, if this is a glimpse of what 2020 would be like, we're really excited.
What a week in Japan. 3 great games and a well-done dress rehearsal for what could be a return to the country for the 2020 Olympic Games.
above the tip of the triangle, moving towards home plate, and I have a firm, solid break. I'm not gonna lie, there are times where you do get overwhelmed with intimidation when you're stepping up to the plate. You're facing some of the world's greatest pitchers, but the minute that fear and that doubt come in your head, you gotta knock it out. You gotta believe, and hitting is failure, you're gonna get out, but you gotta own your most powerful tool, and that's right there between your ears. So you gotta own it, knock out those negative thoughts, believe in yourself, trust your teammates, and go for it.
Still ahead, Team Easton, Louisville slugger DeMarini, Mikan, and an old friend from Team Worth are ready to step up to the plate at Tropicana Field, home of the Rays.
Softball 360, presented by ASA USA Softball, is brought to you by Louisville Slugger, by Worth, Combat Sports, Monster, BP Athletics, and by Softball Bat Club.
Welcome back to Softball 360. I'm Jennie Finch. As the world's greatest softball home run hitters are prepped and ready to take on the Trop. Yeah, I'm talking about Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Round 4 of the ASA Stadium Power Tour. Easton, Mikan, Worth, Louisville Slugger, and DeMarini are ready to swing at the Trop. The rules are simple. Go big or go home. 15 swings and each homer is worth 1 point, except the almighty money ball. It's worth 2 points, and many times it's the tiebreaker. Stepping up first, an old slugger returns. Greg Cannell. He's filling in for an injured BJ Folk. Connie won it all on the tour a few years back. He gets back into the swing of things with his Worth bat. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Connie ends his shift with 6 points for Worth. Not bad for a guy just off the bench. Please welcome Travis the Blaster Clark for Team Easton. The Blaster uses a super fast whip-like swing to send softball souvenirs deep into the yard. The Blaster may be a rookie on the tour, but don't expect any nervous ships and jitters at the plate. The Blaster ends up with 8. Here comes the golden child, Brian the Ball Will Be Flying Wegman for Team Easton. Last year at Tampa, Wegs hit 13 in a row and likes his chances today. Good wood, Wegs, and he ties for the lead with 8. Wegs is going in for minor knee surgery, and when he comes back in August, look out. When you talk about a classic home run swing, look no further than Kevin Smash Kennington for Louisville Slugger. He embodies his nickname Smash with a swing that literally scares pitchers. Talk rush hour traffic, Smash is also tied for the lead with 8. The returning champ is in the house. Denny Grand Slam Crine for Team Mikan. Crine's quest for softball history has been well documented. He could be the first and only slugger to win the championship 5 times. The classic Crine swing has not let him down. DC also blasts out 8. And folks, we have a 4-way tie under the Teflon tent in Tampa. It's Demo time. Team DeMarini's Bubba Brungart steps up with a fire in his eyes. A lot of softball experts point to the aggressive nature of Bubs' swing. And it's all that and more. There's nothing passive about it. It's all aggressive. Bang, zoom, see ya! Bubs is not mincing about at the plate. With this blast, Bubs has 9 points, and we have a new leader. The other half of Team DeMarini gets busy. 2-time champ Chris the Crusher Larson. Larson has the classic stroke to send softball souvenirs deep in the yard with a whip-like swing. Double digits and the lead with 10 points. Ryan Thor Harvey of Louisville Slugger is the last man standing. Known as Thor simply because he likes to swing the hammer. Thor played in the bigs for a number of teams until an injury sent him to the dugout. The big man with the even bigger beard blows it wide open with his Louisville Slugger bat. Check out some of these massive blasts. And check out this homer from a cell phone angle. 500 feet and rising. 11 points and victory for Ryan Thor Harvey. Here's a look at the final standings from Tampa.
Big time blasts under the dome. The points battle is starting to heat up. And remember, only the top 4 sluggers earn a shot to hit in Miami, home of the Marlins, for the finals. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. As always, send us your story ideas at softball360.com. I'm Jennie Finch, and as I always tell my campers, dream and believe.
Next week on Softball 360, a double feature. The World Cup of Softball and the Border Battle. Team USA's ladies take on the softball nations of the world. And Team USA's men go head-to-head with Team Canada in the Border Battle. And it's round 5 of the Stadium Power Tour from Target Field, home of the Minnesota Twins. We'll see you next week on Softball 360, presented by ASA USA Softball.